Scott Susie with Drag Racing Media Pool, and I'm with a good friend, Casey Bowie. She's the one bringing you the flow footage on the line. She's that one. She works her butt off. She's always out there, hot temperatures. I mean, she's doing the job. Big smile on her face. Casey, thank you so much for letting me step in your world and get in your way every weekend at the PDRA. I'm so thankful for her allowing me to do that, and Flow Racing and PDRA and all the folks in the media center. So I'll post this on the Drag Racing Media Pool, and I always think it's important to focus on the people that bring drag racing to you, and Casey's one of them. Casey, tell us about where you're from, how you got into this. We had a long conversation yesterday, and your road is a very interesting one. So if you could, high level, and I want you to motivate folks because I kind of get the sense that you are living a better version of your life and you're enjoying your life just a little more and smiling a lot, because whenever I see the big smile. Whenever I see her, she's got a big smile on her face. So Casey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first, I walked in here just to say good morning, and you throw me on the camera, so that's a little crazy. Yeah, I come from the southeast, out of South Carolina. I grew up around drag racing, and yeah, I was a professor and worked in the corporate world and got burned out and said, you know what, if I'm not going to have vacation, I'm going to go work where, whenever they let me, where I want to be. So here we are.
You almost missed it, right? She said she was a professor, right? That is cool, and now she's here on the drag strip with us covering drag racing, something that we really love. What did you teach?
I taught different communication classes, so everything from cultural communication to gender communication, organizational leadership, whatever they'd let me teach, I'd teach.
Yeah, and then there was a military connection there as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Just got to see a bunch of my friends, and some significant people in my life have toured, and it's Memorial Day weekend, and there's some that we're remembering, and yeah. It's always good to have a specific day that looks into those guys. So I won't mention them specifically, but because some of them were in areas that they don't get to tell where they were. But wonderful people, have the utmost respect yourself as a veteran, and so many of our racers out here either have family who or are themselves, and you can see it in how they treat other people, and yeah, I love that about them, and I love it about you. So.
Thanks, Casey. I really appreciate it, and all of the military folks do as well. And on this very special weekend where we remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice for us, we get to spend our time doing what we love at America's racetrack. And so you spoke about some of your idols. Tell us about Shirley and what she meant to you, and how did that translate into where you are right now?
Yeah. So part of what I love about what we get to do is we're starting to tell the stories of these PDRA guys and whatnot. I grew up at the track since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, as my dad would say, and I can remember standing in line as a tiny little girl, and Shirley Downey looking down the line and seeing all these people, and she walked past them all, and she found my tiny self, and she came and she signed something for me, and she said, thank you for being here, and thank you for coming to see me, and I've been a lifelong fan ever since. So even today I'll track her down, and if she's going to be at a track, I'm going to go find her.
That's awesome. And thank you for being here every weekend with the PDRA. It's such a great, a fantastic organization, the premier 8th Mile Drag Racing League. You should be following it. You should be coming to an event. You should be hanging out with Casey. She may convince you and drive you into a new career path, and one that makes you smile as much as she does. So, Casey, thank you so much for appearing on Drag Racing Media Pool. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate all of your long, hard hours of covering one of the greatest sports on this planet. Thank you. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I want to say thank you. You're out here just as long as we are. Don't let him fool you. we leave and he's leaving at the same time. So thanks for what you're doing. I love watching your stuff, and I'm learning just seeing what you do every week as well. So thank you for that.
Judy and Tommy Franklin, PDRA staff, everyone, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to cover the sport that we love.